Hi, welcome to Bar Cart Bookshelf, a video series about books and the drinks they inspire. My name is Elias, and today we're talking about The Starving Saints by Caitlin Starling. Things are a little bit different here on our Bar Cart Bookshelf set, dealing with some breaker issues, and so having to move from our usual location. But that's really appropriate for this book, a book about being trapped in less than ideal circumstances and having to make do and having to make your way through that. It's a fantasy horror novel in a medieval setting about a group of people, king, his knights, and various refugees who are trapped in a castle with, at this point and 6 months in, no hope of resupply, little hope of rescue. People are, appropriately enough, starving, and things are gonna get weird. It is one of those books, much like The West Passage last year, that I absolutely adored, that is deeply medieval and very weird about honey. It is a book much like some of my favorites from childhood, like Alana or Caladry of Mindolin, where we have big, strong, duty-bound lady knights. And it is something that is wholly Starling's own. It was reminiscent a lot for me, while being very different, of The Death of Jane Lawrence, which we also filmed in somewhat odd circumstances a couple of years back, with power outage issues, and also has a very weird reframe of the mind at the core of the magic, something that is really here at the heart of The Starving Saints. It's a book where we are here at this moment of desperation. The sun is hot. It's the dog days of summer. We have just barely managed to get by with clean water, but food is running out. And enter in a goddess. The constant lady, the sort of divine figure in this nation, in this community. A goddess in this sort of deistic model of hard work and engineering, with bees as her emblem and honey as her sacred communion, and nuns who are planners and scientists and scholars and engineers who understand the world working in orderly ways that can be understood and come to know better. And then, lo, a goddess, and things are weird and magical and irrational, and we're trapped, and people are eating people, because May is for cannibalism this month on Bar Cart Bookshelf. We saw it with The Butcher's Daughter. We're seeing it again here with The Starving Saints. We're just, it's a cannibal time of year. We're eating people. We're having a real good time. It's this deliciously otherworldly thing rooted in very recognizable and powerful desires. I had a great time with the three leads. A sorceress, Fosine, easy favorite for me. It's always a wizard with me. It's always a wizard with me. The noble and really duty-bound, perhaps to her detriment, Servoine, and the vengeance-seeking Trela, as their paths sort of wind together, their wanting for escape, for more from the world, for more from themselves and more from each other, all building to this wonderful sort of heat dream, feverish, heady, hot air, deep botanical lushness, and eating into flesh and honey and want and sacrifice and magic and medievalism. It was It was really just absolutely delicious. I mean, this is why Caitlin Starling is an auto-buy author for me. This is exactly what I want! And so, of course, we had to have a drink. Our drink today is a mocktail, because when you gotta keep your wits about you in a besieged castle, really, we can't be going for the brandy, for the wine, for the mead. We gotta keep our mind sharp. We're going to start by building this in our highball glass. You don't want to waste energy in that sort of situation. We're being as efficient as possible, and we're going to build our drink here in our glass. I'll get some ice down in there, and then I will get 2 ounces of Lapsang Souchong tea for our constant lady, named for this divine figure. 2 ounces of Lapsang Souchong tea. It's a nice smoky black tea. You have this sense of the siege works, of smoke, of heat without fire, this like sinking, heavy, burning feeling, and these strange salamander familiars as well. So we want this nice, rich smokiness to be the backbone of our mocktail. And then, because it really is all about the bees, all about that honey, we are going to get 3/4 of an ounce of honey syrup down into there. Nice, rich honey. And when we make our honey syrup, we're doing about 1 cup of honey and a 1/2 cup of water. It's going to be a little bit more viscous than our simple syrup, but it'll be able to be poured, which you really can't do with just plain honey, and able to be mixed with our other ingredients. So still rich, still really powerful honey, but a little easier to pour with that 2-to-1 ratio there. Next, we will add 1/4 of an ounce, just a whisper of lemon cordial. A little richness, a little sweetness still, but that brightness of lemon. This lemon and honey, they go beautifully together. And lemon and honey and smoke, it's just all a heady broth. And then we'll add a couple of dashes of lavender bitters. Get that down in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do about 4 dashes. As always with bitters, easy to add more, hard to add less. If you're not crazy about the lavender, start with 2 and then add from there. There we go. I'm using those strong water bitters from the mountains of Colorado. And we're going to give this a nice stir. Get all of our liquid ingredients there together. Get them blended, diluted. And as you can see, we still have plenty of space in our highball glass. We're going to top that with some seltzer. You have this miracle that Fausenet has completed early on, sort of just before the action of the novel, of purifying the water in the castle and saving them from the truly horrendous and immediate end of adventure of bad, disease-ridden water. And so for our clarity of water, our effervescent cleanliness and freshness in our water, we've got some seltzer there. That'll lighten things up, brighten things up, keep it fresh and clean and refreshing, and ready for safety. Give that one more stir just to make sure that everything is blended together beautifully. And there you have it. This is The Constant Lady, inspired by The Starving Saints by Caitlin Starling. The Starving Saints is available now. A huge thank you to the publisher, Harper Voyager, for sending me an advance copy so that I can talk about it on release day. I'm really looking forward to my pre-ordered copy arriving in the mail later this week, because I gotta have a hardcover of this one too. I need it for me and to lend out to all my friends and family. I've got a link to snag the book in the description down below. It's going to be a really great sun-drenched, heat-drenched horror fantasy for summer. It's going to be a part of this really exciting trend of lady nights that we've got here in 2025. More on that to come, and I think y'all are really going to love it, as I did. Got a link to purchase my book, Cocktails and Consoles, 75 Cocktails and Mocktails inspired by the wonderful world of video games, including some strange medievalisms and fantasy horrors in there as well. Got links to various forms of social media, including Instagram and Blue Sky, where there's always a written version of today's recipe. Try the drink. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Check out the Starving Saints now. Hit that like button. It makes me so happy when you do. Subscribe if you haven't already, so you never miss an episode. We've got some great books coming to round out May next week and head into this wonderful bloom of summer in June, July, and August. You're not going to want to miss those. And until next time, cheers.